I tell folks, look, the first measure of credibility, and that being your credibility, the first measure of your credibility is actually the credibility of your questions. And by way of that segue, I'd like to now go into the conversion process.
Okay.
And because the conversion process is largely, the foundation of that rests on asking great questions. So we work on lead generation. We get the target market defined, where we can find them, what's our message, and what's the media or the various channels we're going to use to get the message to them. So then we're successful, right? Now we're bringing in leads. And it would be horrifying to track and say, I'm bringing in 50 leads a month. That's, in many cases, that's an exaggeration, but let's just use that number, 50 leads a month. But if my conversion rate is 5 of those, that's a 10% conversion rate. And I'm going to go, okay, now I know where to work. Now I know where I've got to get better. And I have to get better, therefore, on my conversion process. That is the process that we use, anyone can use for that matter, should use, and we'll coach you through that, to take that lead from raising their hand and expressing some interest to becoming a full-on paying client. Yep. So let's talk about that a little bit. And I said it earlier, the segue was questions. So I guess where I would start with this is to try to sensitize anyone who's in a selling role, which, by the way, we all are. I don't care if you're trying to sell an idea or you're trying to sell a widget. That's what we're trying to do. So the first thing to know is that that person's job is not actually to sell. The sell is the result. That person's job is to help the candidate or the lead or the prospect take them down a path that allows them to make a great decision. That's our job.
Yep.
Our job is not to say, I got this great widget for you over here. It's purple, it's everything that you wanted. Let's transact today. Well, no, there were no questions there at all. It was all about me. It was all about me selling. The conversion process starts with questions.